Okay. This YouTube thing and the Zoom was something that had never even been invented that I know of when I left the bench. So it's taken me a while, but we're ready. Let me call the case and hear announcements. This is P-40596. This is in the estate of Bernardo Tito Ramirez III. We have announcements, please, from council.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. And I am present here with you this afternoon with my client, Ms. Corina F. Ramirez.
You ready to proceed?
I am ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ramirez, good afternoon. I'll ask you to raise your right hand, please. Yeah.
Can you unmute?
Yeah,
Can you unmute?
Sorry about that.
Again, nice to meet you, Ms. Ramirez. I'll ask you to raise your right hand. Will you swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Gomez.
Thank you. Mr. Ramirez, could you please state your full name and address for the record?
Yes, my name's Corina F. Ramirez, and excuse me, I live on 1301 Cynthia Lane, Far, Texas, 78577.
Okay, and throughout this proceeding, if you could keep your mic on, because I'll be asking you a series of questions, and the court reporter will need to take down your answers. So if you could keep your mic on.
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Ramirez, you are the applicant to probate the will of your late husband, Mr. Bernardo Tito Ramirez III.
Yes,
And your husband passed away on January the 12th, 2021 in Far, Hidalgo County, Texas at the age of 55 years.
yes, sir.
And 4 years have not elapsed since the date of his death, correct?
That's correct, sir. No.
Okay, and at the time of his passing, your husband was domiciled or had a fixed place of residence here in Hidalgo County, correct?
Yes,
And to your knowledge, your husband did leave a will,
yes,
and you've had the opportunity to review the will. In fact, you would have a copy in front of you, correct?
yes.
And Mr. Gomez, let me see if I can call up that will for your witness's benefit. Can you see that, Mrs. Ramirez?
I can see that, sir. Yes.
Okay, then Mr. Gomez, proceed. You tell me if you want me to go what page or this can go.
Sure. On the screen, Ms. Ramirez, you will see the last will and testament of your husband's will, correct? You see that?
Yes.
And while I understand this is a tough process, we'll take our time and go at your pace, okay?
Yes.
All right. So as the court scrolls down the will, if you could just continue to scroll, and you recognize your husband's initials on each page, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as we go through this will, each page is initialed by your husband. Is that true?
That's correct.
Okay. And what I'll ask you is that when we get to the signature page, I want you to identify your husband's signature.
Okay.
All these pages that you're viewing, you recognize this as your husband's last will and testament.
Yes, I do.
Now, on this page, there is a signature above the name Bernardo Tito Ramirez. Is that your husband's signature?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you understand it was witnessed by 2 witnesses?
Yes.
Okay. And on that last page, you also recognized your husband's signature, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop it, remove it.
Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
All right.
Now, as far as you know, your husband's will was never revoked, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And it never was amended either?
No.
Okay. And were there any children that were born or adopted by your husband after the date of that will?
No.
And there is a necessity for the administration of the estate, correct?
Yes,
And the will did not leave a agency of the estate or the state or a charitable organization as a beneficiary of the will, correct?
that's correct.
All right. And you are named in the will to serve as the independent executor of your husband's estate.
Yes,
And you and I have discussed the reasons for your qualifications to serve as the independent executor. Do you know of any reason that would disqualify you from serving and receiving the letters testamentary?
no.
Okay. Your Honor, that's all we have for today's testimony, Judge. We'd ask the court to take judicial notice of the documents on file.
I'll just ask you, Mr. Gomez, I will take judicial notice of all the documents. It is correct that the original will is on file with the clerk's office.
That's correct, Your Honor. The original will is on file with the clerk's office.
All right, I'll find that everything is in order, Mrs. Ramirez. I'm glad to grant your application admitting your late husband's will to probate. I don't have an order in the file, Mr. Gomez. If you'll email me one, I'll sign it as soon as I get it.
I file that and I will email it to you right now. I did email you just a little bit ago a redacted death certificate, but I can email you as soon as I can do it while we're talking, or I can do it as soon as we get off.
Okay, as soon as you get off, we'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll take judicial notice that this matter was posted for citation on March 10th, turn on March 22nd. It's now right for hearing. The only thing you'll need to do, so I mean, it's the only thing left to do with your estate is for your lawyer to file an inventory within 90 days. Everything else will be done in the privacy of your lawyer's office.
Okay.
I think that's it. So I mean, your husband would be very proud of you. You did very good.
Thank you.
All right. I'll
Thank you for everything.
Sure, certainly. You all have a nice day.
Judge, that's all we have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.